Hello everyone, welcome to our maths channel. In this video, we'll cover ratio, proportions, and rate. And you know that it's a key topics from IGCSE and O-level syllabus. Okay, so these concepts often appear in your long real life context questions like everyday maths on the calculator paper. This topic will also helpful for you to do your calculator based paper questions, especially in the topics like money, maps, speed, and unit conversion. Understanding them will help you to tackle exam questions more easily and with confidence. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful videos designed especially for your exam preparations. As you remember, you have done the topics, and I've already given the videos for the numbers. Especially in numbers, we did the simplification and the HCF LCM questions. Ordering numbers, standard form also we did in topic 2, estimation and limits of accuracy already done. So we are at ratio, proportions, and rate, and these everyday maths questions will cover the topics. After that, ratio, rate, and proportions, you'll be getting the videos of percentages, money, time, temperature, simple interest, compound interest. See, they all will cover the topic of everyday maths. So that will helpful for you for your calculator based paper as well. All right, it's a very easy topic, and we'll do few questions of distance, time, speed. Then we'll do the questions of ratio, and in the last we'll do some questions from skills and map. So let's begin. The question is, Ed goes on a car journey. The first 60 kilometers of journey take 45 minutes. The remaining 20 kilometers and journey takes 30 minutes. Calculate his average speed in kilometers per hour for the whole journey. You know that the whole journey they're talking about, so it means that they're asking us to find out the average speed for the whole journey. So average speed for the whole journey will be equals to the total distance upon total time. So in this question first we find out how much is the total distance. So the total distance is equals to 60 kilometers is the first part of the journey, and 20 kilometers is the second part of the journey. So that is equals to 60 and 20 together, 60 plus 20, and they both are given in kilometers, so that is equals to 80 kilometers. All right, then afterwards we'll have to find out the total time. So the total time is equals to took 45 minutes, and 45 minutes means like 3/4 hour. If you don't know, just 45 divided by 60 to it, that will become 3 upon 4 hours. Why we are keeping in hours? Because we want the average speed in kilometers per hour. Okay, and the other time is 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is half hour. Okay, otherwise 30 upon 60 is also half. So 1 upon 2 hours. So the total will become, you will take LCM 4 and 3 plus 2, and 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 upon 4 hours. Okay, so you know that whenever you multiply by 2 this one, then you will get 3 plus 2 upon 4, because we have to keep the denominator as 4. Okay, 5 upon 4 hours is the total time, and total distance is 80 kilometers. All right, so the average speed for the whole journey is equals to the total distance upon total time, upon the total time. All right, so the total distance is 80 and the time is 5 upon 4 hours. That is 80 multiplied by 4 over 5. You know that we'll have to do the reciprocal. 5 times 16 is 80, and 16 times 4 is 64, which is equals to 64 kilometers per hour. The unit is already written, so 64 is okay. So the next question is, a car traveled from A to B and then B to C. Okay, travel A to B at an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour, and the distance from A to B is 90 kilometers. Okay, how many hours did the journey from A to B? They're just talking about A to B. And you know that the time is equals to distance upon speed. Distance is 90 and speed is 30, and they both are in kilometers, so we can easily take both of them without doing any unit conversion. So that is 9 over 3, and 9 over 3 is equals to 3 hours. So 3 hours is the time taken for A to B. Alright. So in part B, the distance from B to C is 50 kilometers, took 1 hour. Okay. Calculate the average speed for the whole journey from A to C. So it's given that B to C is 50 kilometers. The distance is 50 kilometers, and the time is 1 hour. And here A to B, we have found the time is 3 hours. They're asking us to find out the average speed of the whole journey. So average speed for the whole journey is equals to the total distance upon the total time. Okay. So the total distance we have, the total distance is 90 and 50 together. So 90 and 50 will be equals to the total distance is equals to 90 plus 50, that is equals to 140 kilometers, and the total time is equals to 3 hours and 1 hours. 3 plus 1 is equals to 4 hours. Now we can easily find out the average speed. 140 divided by 4. Okay, so that is 4 times 3 is 12, 13, 40, and 4 times 5 is 20. 35 kilometers per hour is the time. I hope you understood this question. Alright, the next question, which is of 2 marks in October-November 2014 paper 1-2, and it was question 7 in it. Alright, so in this question, a car travels at 90 kilometers per hour. How many meters does it travel to in 1 second? It means that they just ask you to convert kilometers per hour into meter per second. You know that kilometers into meter multiply by 1000, and hours into second, 60 into 60, divide by 3600. So 90 kilometers per hour into meter per second, 90 times 1000 divided by 3600. You are going to just simplify, no need of calculator, cancel zeros there, and then 9 times 4 is 36 you will have, and then you can cancel this also. So that was 10. So like here 2 times 2 is 4 and 5 times, so that is equals to 10 times 2, 2 ones are 2 and 2 fives are 10. 5 times 5 is 25 meter per second is the answer for this question. I am again telling you how did I simplify. That was 90 times 1000 divided by 3600. First of all, what did I do? 90 and 3600. I 36 only because I have already cancelled these two. Alright, so then it will be 90 times 10 is 90 and 4 is 36, and then I cancel 10 and 4 and the other 10 and 2, so that's why we got 5 times 5 is 25. Alright, so I hope you have understood this question. Alright, next question, this one. A car travels at 84 kilometers per hour. Calculate the number of meters that car travels in 1 minute. It means that it will be kilometers per hour. We are changing into meters per minute. Okay, so we have 84 kilometers into meters. You know that we multiply by 1000, and then hours into minutes only we multiply by 60. This is the same thing we are doing. 84 times 1000 divided by 60. So cancel the zero, and then 6 and 84, 6 times 14 is 84. Then you will have 14 times 100 is 1400 meters is the answer for this question. It was very easy simplification. Now let's do some ratio questions now. There are too many here in this worksheet, so I'm doing it here. Few questions of ratio questions, and then we'll do scales and maps. All right, so this is a ratio question, and the ratio is given. The ratio of Sayyid's age to his mother. So this is Sayyid's age ratio, and 2:7. Sayyid is 14 years old. How old is his mother? So you know that 14 is the ratio. At 7 is the ratio for 14 is 7 is the ratio for his mother, and Sayyid is 14 years old, and they're asking you to find out his mother. So 7 is the ratio of his mother, and that is x, which we have to find out. Okay, and 14 is the age of Sayyid, and his ratio is 7. Its ratio is 2. Okay, remember, whenever you write down in the ratio and then after the words you will cross multiply, what do? You just write down, for example, if you are writing down the ratio, then write down the ratio, and if any amount or anything is there, so write down the amount over there and then cross multiply. The other method is, whenever you get any ratio divided by the total ratio, and then multiply by the total amount or anything you have. This way also you use and find out the answer for the ratio questions. Okay, so I wrote 7 and 2 were the ratios, and x was the mother's age, x was the Sayyid's age, and 14 years was the mother's age. Okay, and 7 and 2's are the ratio. Simply cross multiply and get the answer. So 2x is equals to 7 into 14, and x is equals to 7 into 14 divided by 2. 2 times 7, and 7 into 7 is 49 years. So 49 years is the Sayyid's age, okay, which was asked, which was required in the question. The part B, the ratio of Fatma's age to her father's age. So this is Fatma's age and father's age. Okay, so Fatma's ratio is 3 and father's ratio is 8. The total of the ages is 66 years. How old is Fatma? Because the total is given. So what is the total ratio? So the sum of ratio is equals to 3 plus 8, which is 11. Okay, so the total ratio is 11, and the total ages are 66. So ratio and age. Okay, so the ratio is 11 and the age is 66. What are they asking in this question? Fatma's age they are asking. So Fatma's ratio is 8. Fatma's ratio is 3. So the 3, and we want to know what is the age of Fatma. All right, what did we do? We took the total ratio and total age, Fatma ratio and Fatma's age. Okay, cross multiply and get your answer. So that's why you will get 11x is equals to 66 times 3, and x is equals to 66 times 3 divided by 11. 66, 6 into 3 is equals to 18 years. So 18 years will be Fatma's age. All right. All right, the next question is Jane and Ken share some money in the ratio 5:3. So this is in this one you are getting Jane and Ken. Okay, the Ken share is 16 less than the Jane's share. So the Jane's share is, we can take the Jane's share is x, and the Ken share is 16 less than Jane. So 16 less than Jane means x minus 16. Alright, so find each person's share. Alright, so x is the Jane's share, and his ratio is 5, and x minus 16 is the Ken's share, and the ratio is equals to 3. So simply cross multiply. You will be getting 5 times x minus 16 is equals to 3x. So 5x minus 80 is equals to 3x. 5x minus 3x is equals to 80, and 2x is equals to 80, x is equals to 40. Okay, so it means that Jane's age is 40 years. So the other person, the Ken's share will be equals to x minus 16. So is equals to 40 minus 16, which is equals to 24. Okay. Alright, the next question, our bag contains red and blue pens in the ratio. So this is red and this is blue. There are 18 red pens in the bag. So 18 are red pen. How many blue pen? So that is x. So when 2 times 9 is 18, to 7 times 9 will be equals to 63. But in the working we can do like that. Just simply cross multiply, write down their ratio, and then you can do it. So 2 is the ratio, and that is the number of pens are 18. Okay, so that is the ratio, and 7 is the ratio, and then we have to find out for blue pen, that is equals to x. So simply cross multiply. 2x is equals to 7 times 18. X is equals to 7 times 18 divided by 2. It's easier for you to cancel. First of all, write down and then cancel. It's easier. So 7 times 9 is 63. So which we have already found there. So 63 is the number of pens in the blue pens in the bag. Okay. Part B, a box contains apples and oranges. The ratio of apples to oranges. So apples to oranges is 2:3. What is the percentage of the fruits of the oranges? Okay, so always whenever they ask you to find out any percentage and it's given in the form of ratio, then ratio, any particular ratio divided by the total ratio, and then multiply by obviously 100, because you are going to find out the answer as percentage. Okay, so here what do? We find out the apple ratio, because they are asking you percentage of the fruit that are oranges. Okay, so for oranges we are going to find out. So orange is apples to oranges is 2:3. So orange upon orange ratio divided by the total ratio and multiply by 100. Okay, so the orange ratio is 3, the total ratio is, or sum of ratio is 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5. So that what you do, 3 upon 5 and then multiply by 100. 5 times 2 is 10, 3 times 20 is equals to 60%. So 60% is the answer for this question. The next question, the ratio of boys to girls in the class is 4:5. So that is boys to girls. Just you have to be careful in writing down the ratios in the correct line and labeling the numbers correctly. Then you will get the right answer. Okay, you only have to be careful, otherwise the questions are easy and they are the same type of questions. Okay, what fractions of class are boys? So what is the, again we have to find out the ratio, not the percentage. So only the ratio of the boys divided by the total ratio, that is the answer. So the total sum of ratio is equals to 4 plus 5, which is equals to 9. Okay, the fraction of the boys, will be equals to, this is 4 over 9, which we cannot simplify, leave as it is. Okay, Now part B, the ratio of the boys to girls in the school is 3:4. Boys to girls. Okay, remember. There are 120 more boys than girls. Okay, 120 more boys. So boys, if we take boys, 120 more girls than boys. Okay, so the boys are X and the girls are 120 more. X plus 120. Remember, I'm repeating, there are 120 more girls. More girls are more. That's why the ratio is also more. Remember, that's the way you can, if you don't understand who is more, just see the ratio. If the ratio is more, so that the girls will be more than. So, okay, how many students are in the class? All right, so what do? In the class, if we have to find out, we find out the boys and the girls, and then we add it together to get the total number of students in the school. Okay, so what do? Just simply write down the ratios. So there are three represent X, and the girls is 4, which is X plus 120. So simply cross multiply. 4x is equals to 3 times x plus 120. Now 4x is equals to 3x plus 3 times 120 is 360. 4x minus 3x is 360. So x is equals to 360, which is for boys. Okay, so now it means 360 are boys and 360 plus 120 are girls, which is equals to 480. So the total students are 360. Just write down. So the total number of students is 360 plus 480. Okay, so that is equals to 8 and 4 is 14, and then 4 and 4, which is 840 students are there in the school. All right, now this question 10, Ali and Ben share $30, such as Ali's share and Ben's share is 3:2. Ali's share and Ben's share is 3:2. Calculate Ali's share. Okay, so the total ratio is 5, and they're just telling us that 30, they're sharing 30 in the ratio 3:2, which is Ali and Ben. Like this you can understand. So 5 is the total sum of ratio is equals to 3 plus 2, which is equals to 5. So 5 is representing 30, which they are sharing, and you have to find out for Ali, and Ali's share is 3. So the 3 is X. Okay, remember I took the ratio in the same line and the value of the amount or numbers in the same lines. Cross multiply, then you will have 5x is equals to 3 into 30, and x is equals to 3 into 30 by 5, and then 5 times 6 is 30, and 3 into 6 is equals to 18. $18 is the answer for Ali's share. Alright, this question now, question 13 in the worksheet. The past paper question 13a. Jane put some red balloons and some blue balloons into a bag. The ratio of red balloons to blue balloons is 3:4. So this is red is 3 and 4 is blue. Red is to blue is 3:4. Okay, be careful and label the numbers correctly. There are 84 balloons in the bag. It means that the total are 84. So we need to find out how much is the sum of ratio. How many blue balloons in the bag? So the total ratio is equals to 3 plus 4, which is equals to only 7. Alright. So 7 ratio is representing the total is 84. So this is the ratio first and then number of balloons. Okay. Now they're asking us to blue balloons. Blue balloons we have 4 the ratio. 4 and number of balloons are x. Cross multiply. 7x is equals to 4 into 84. X is equals to 4 into 84 divided by 7. Alright. 4 into 84 divided by 7. Now you will have 7 times 12 is 84. 12 is 84. X is equals to 4 into 12, which is equals to 48. So there are 48 blue balloons in the bag. Alright, now part B. At a party, the ratio of boys is to girls is 5 is to 4. So this is boys and girls. There are 40 boys. So boys are 40. Boys are 40. 5 eights are 40, then 4 eights are, you will have to just look at the same ratios. So there are 40 boys at the party, and find the total number of children at the party. Okay, so if they have given us the total number, so no need to find out the girls number. Otherwise you can also do like this. You will find out the girls number, how many girls were there in the party, and then add with 40 with it to get the total answer. Okay, for 5 is to 4, it means that the total ratio is equals to 5 plus 4, which is equals to 9. All right, so 5 is the ratio for boys and number of boys are 40. Okay, 9 is the total number of ratio, and they are asking you to find out x. This way you will find out directly the answer. Otherwise, like 5 eights are 40, so 9 eights are 72. You can easily find out the answer. So calculations I'm doing here. 5x is equals to 9 into 40, then x is equals to 9 into 40 divided by 5. Alright, so what do? 5 times 8 is 40, and 8 times is 72. So 72 is the total number of children at the party. Now again a ratio question. A bag contains red and blue counters 3 is to 8. So red and blue counters 3 is to 8. There are 24 blue counters. The counters blue are 24. I'm writing down here. Okay. How many red counters are there? So red counters is x. Okay. So I have written it. That will be easier for you whenever you're writing down the ratios for working. So 8 is the ratio, and the number of counters are 24. Okay, and 3 is the ratio, and the number of counters are x. Okay, so red counters 3 ratio. Total they didn't ask. Cross multiply, you will have 8x is equals to 3 times 24, and x is equals to 3 times 24 divided by 8, and now you can easily calculate it. So x is equals to, now do it. So 3 times 8 is 24, and 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, 3 into 3, that is equals to 9 counters. Alright, so the part B of the same question, Amy and Ben share $360. It means the total amount is $360, and in the ratio 3 is to 2. This is Amy, this is Ben. Okay, so they're asking us to find out how much Ben's share. Ben's share is 2, which is x. So 5 share 3 plus 2. Total ratio is 3 plus 2 equals to 5, and then 5 is sharing, and the total amount is 360. They're asking for Ben, so the Ben is ratio is 2 and x. Cross multiply, 5x is equals to 2 into 360, and x is equals to 2 into 360 divided by 5. Alright, so 5 times 7 is 35, and 2 remainder. 25 times 35, and 1 remainder. 5 times 2 is 10. So 72 times 2, which is equals to 144. Okay, alright, now in this question 17, Alice and Brenda shares $300 is the total, where Alice and Brenda's share is, they all are same type of question, so that's a good practice for you. So this is how much does Brenda receive than Alice. Okay, so we'll have to find out the difference also. Okay, so 300 is the total, so total ratio is 10. So 10 ratio shows $300. And then if we are going to find out the Ellis share, so Ellis is for 3 and then x. Okay, so that is 10x is equals to 3 into 300, x equals to 3 into 300 divided by 10, then it will be equals to 90. So Alice is 90, and then we are going to find out for Brenda. Okay, so for Brenda, 10 is sharing. Actually, you can find out directly also. So that is 7 and how much? Okay, so 10x is equals to 300 times 7, and x is equals to 300 times 7 divided by 10, which is equals to 210. Okay, so how much is the difference? So difference between their share is 210 and 90. You are going to find out, okay, the difference. And 210 minus 90, that is equals to 120. All right, so 120 is the answer. All right, in question number 22, Ahmed pays total $81 for wood, paint and hammer. The amount he pays for wood, paint and hammer are in the ratio wood, paint and hammer. Calculate how much Ahmed pays for the hammer. Okay, so the total is given, so we'll use the total. So the total ratio is equals to 4 plus 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, so the total is 9. 9 ratio is representing $81 here, it's given. So they're asking for hammer, and for hammer it is 2. So 2 ratio is representing how much? So 9 times 9 is 81 and 2 times 9 is 18. 18 you will get the answer. So 9x is equals to 2 into 81. X is equals to 2 into 81 divided by 9. 9 times 9. 2 times 9 is 18. So 18 is the answer for this question. When Ahmed pays $81, he received a 10% discount on the normal price. Calculate the normal price. So this is the cost price sale price type of question. So X is the normal price, which is the original one, which is always 100%. And 81, in 81 he got the discount of 10%, so he pays 90%. Okay, if more, then 110% would be there. Okay, so cross multiply 90x is equals to 81 times 100. X is equals to 81 times 100 divided by 90, and then 9 times 9 is 81. So $90 is the amount for the normal price. So it means that the normal price was 90 and $81 whenever Ahmed got the 10% discount. All right, now question number 26, the ratio question again. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 3:4:5. Calculate the smallest angle in a triangle. So we know that 180 degree is the total angle in a triangle. So the sum of ratio, we'll find out the sum of ratio or the total ratio is equals to 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is equals to 12. 12 ratio is representing 180 degree for a triangle. Remember, if it is a different shape, then the sum of the angle will be different. Smallest angle among 3, 4 and 5, the smallest ratio is 3. So 3 is the smallest ratio and its angle will also be the smallest one. Cross multiply, that equals to 12x is equals to 3 into 180, and x is equals to 3 into 180 divided by 12. Okay, 3 times 4 is 12 and 4 times 4 is 16 and 5 are 20. So 45 degree is the smallest angle in this question. Okay, now the ratio of the boys to girls in the class is boys to girls in the class is 4:5. There are 3 more girls than boys. Girls are more. So if x is for boys, then x plus 3 will be for girls. Okay, calculate the total number of students in the class. So the total number of students in the class they are asking us. So what do? We'll have to write 4 is for the 4 is for boys, and for the girls is 5, that is x plus 3. So cross multiply, then it will be 4 times x plus 3 means 4x plus 12 is equals to 5x. Okay, 4x minus 5x is equals to minus 12. So minus x is minus 12, x is equals to 12. It means that boys are 12 and the girls are 12 plus 3 because there are 3 more girls. So that is equals to 12 plus 3, that is equals to 15, and we have to find out the total. Total is 12 plus 15 is equals to 27. So 27 is the answer for this question. Now question number 36. Some money is shared between Ali, Ben and Carl. Ali, Ben and Carl. Okay, Ben receives $60. Okay, all right, so this is given in the question. And how much money is shared? Okay, so they are giving you for Ben, which is $60. It's there. How much? Okay, fine. So the total, how much money is shared, it means that how much is the total is asking. So for that thing we find out the total ratio. So the total ratio is equals to 5 plus 3 plus 2, which is equals to 10. So 10 is for x and 3 is for 60. Okay, otherwise 3 into 20, 5 into 20 and 2 into 20. You can also do directly that 5 into 20 it will be 100 and 2 into 20 will be 40, and then you get the same answer. Like that will be 140 and total you will get 200. Let's see. So 3x is equals to 10 into 60 is 600. X equals to 600 divided by 3, which is equals to 200. 200 is the answer for this question. Okay, let's do this question also. Express 3.5 hours is to 14 minutes in the form of case to 1. 3.5 means 3 hours and 30 minutes is to 14 minutes. Okay, 3 times 60 is 180 minutes plus 30 minutes. We'll have to keep writing down everywhere the same unit, then we can find out the simplest answer. So 180 and 30 is 210 minutes and 14 minutes. Okay, so 2 times 7 is 14, or 7 times 2 is 14, and 7 3s are 21, and it is 15. 2 times 1 and 15. So 15 is to 1 is the answer for this question. So K will be equals to 15 because they were asking us to find out the in the form of K. So K is to 1. So we found 15 is to 1. Very simple question. Now question 39. Two brothers share $200, which is the total one. So the total ratio we find out is to 2 is to 3. So the total ratio is equals to 2 plus 3, and 5 ratio is giving $200. The larger one is 3, so 3 ratio will represent how many? Cross multiply, then 5x is equals to 3 times 200, x is equals to 3 times 200 divided by 5. 5 times 4 is 20, 3 times 40 is 120. Look at this question 42. A is to B is 5 is to 6. B is to C is 3 is to 8. A is to B is to C. Okay. A is to B, B is to C. 5 is to 6, 3 is to 8. We have to just skip one B here. It means that we have to make the B equal. 6 and 3, if I multiply by 2, it will also become 6. Okay. But we have to multiply this by also 2, that will become 16. So I can write down A is to B is to C as 5 is to 6 and 6 is to 16. All right, and we cannot simplify more. 5 is to 6 is to 16. We can simplify if all the numbers are coming in the same timetables, then we can simplify. Otherwise, we leave like as it is. Otherwise, we can say that 6 and 16 are coming in the times table of 2, but 5 is not coming, so we are leaving our answer here. Okay, now this is the last question for ratio I'm doing. Then I'll do few questions of scales and maps. Okay, so that will cover the topic almost, the questions. Okay, so 47th question: a drink is made by mixing fruit juice and water in the ratio 3:5. So it means juice and water. The drink is made using 2 liters of water. 2 liters of water means 5 is 2 liters, the ratio. Calculate the amount of fruit juice which is in liters. Okay, I'm writing down because I saw it's milliliters. Calculate the amount of fruit juice used. Give your answer in milliliters. So we have to find out the answer for juice. Okay, so that is your x. Okay, so now 3 is for x, 5 represent 2 liters, and x will represent x. X will represent 3. Okay, which is asking in the question to find out the amount of the fruit juice but in milliliters. First we find out the answer in liters, and then we multiply by 1000 to get into milliliters. Okay, so 2x is equals to now do it. Sorry, the same thing I did. 3 was the ratio. Okay, 3 ratio. Just you also remember to write down the ratios in the proper line, otherwise you will get the answer wrong. X liters is required. Sorry for that thing. So 5x is equals to 3 times 2, and x is equals to 6 over 5. Okay, 6 upon 5 liters. They're asking us to find out the amount of fruit juice used. Amount of fruit juice used is equals to 6 upon 5 times 1000, 5 times 2, and 6 times 2 is 12, and then 100. So 1200 milliliters is the answer for this question. Alright, after doing the questions of distance, time, speed, and lots of questions of ratio questions and rate questions, we are going to do some questions of scales and maps. Alright, so starting the questions of scales and maps. Alright, remember we have done 3A part already. For B part, it's scales and map question. 1 is to 25,000 is the representative fraction. The distance between two villages is 10 centimeters. Obviously, it's on the map. So find the actual distance in kilometers between the villages. So we'll have to change this into kilometers. So remember, centimeters to meters to kilometers. Centimeters to meters divide by 100. Meters to kilometers divide by 1000. Centimeters to kilometers divide by 100,000. Remember, this thing I'm just telling you in the beginning, and the rest of the questions, remember this conversion. Okay, so 1 is to 25,000. So 1 centimeter is equals to 25,000 centimeter when the ratio is given. So it means that the units are same on both the sides. So 25,000 divided by 100,000, that will become in kilometers. Okay, so that is equals to quarter or 0.25. 1 centimeter is 0.25 kilometers, which is quarter. Okay, now 10 centimeter is on the map. Okay, so this conversion, this scale you will take in the question. So 1 centimeter is you can say that 0.25. okay, take it 0.25 kilometers. Then 10 centimeter, actually you take the fraction, then it's easier, but I can say it's a conversion and multiplication or division with 10, so it's easier now. Even you can take into the decimals as well. So what do? You need to find out in kilometers for the actual distance. So x kilometers, write down, and which is 10 centimeter on the map, 10 centimeter. Remember to write down in the same line. So cross multiply. So x is equals to 10 times 0.25, that is equals to 2.5 kilometers. So 2.5 kilometers is the answer for this question. Now look at another question of scales and maps now. That is question number 9. A map has a scale of 2 centimeter is equals to 5 kilometers. Okay. Write in the form of 1:n. It means that we have to find out, like in the previous question shown, 1:25,000, like that. We'll have to keep our answer like this. So it means 20 centimeter will be on both the sides. Remember, kilometers to centimeters to kilometers we did right now. Divide by 100,000. So kilometers to centimeters you will multiply by 100,000. So 2 centimeter 1 centimeter is equals to 5 over 2. You can do like that also, because we'll have to find out 5 upon 2 kilometers. 1 centimeter is equals to 5 upon 2 multiplied by 100,000. Now we can write down centimeter. So that is 2 times 5 is 10. So that is 25, and then that is 250,000 will become. So okay, 1 centimeter is equals to 250,000 centimeters. So 1 is to 250,000. You can write down in the ratio form, 250,000. Okay, part B of the same question. The actual distance between the two places is 35 kilometers. Okay, actual distance is 35. Remember, we have already this scale that 2 centimeters 5 kilometers, and we'll use the same thing in the parts of the question. Okay, all right. So 2 centimeter is equals to 5 kilometers. Calculate the distance between map distance. So x centimeters required wherever 35 kilometers is given here. So just simply cross multiply and get your answer, that 5x is equals to 35 times 2, x is equals to 35 times 2, and then okay, wait, 35 times 2 divided by 5. Yes, 5 times 7 is 35, and 7 2s are 14. So x equals to 7 into 2, which is equals to 14 centimeters. Okay, the next part is of area scale question. So scale also we'll square to get the answer. Okay, on the map the area of the lake is 8 square centimeters. So 2 centimeter is equals to 5 kilometers. So 2 centimeters square is equals to 5 kilometers square. That is equals to 4 centimeters square is equals to 25 kilometers square. Remember, you cannot take the linear scale to find out any area. You have to square both the sides to get the area scale, to use it in the area question. Wherever area is required and you have to find out or it's given, so you use the area scale. You cannot use this one. Okay, just simply cross multiply. Now just write down 4 square centimeters equals to 25 kilometers square. So 8 square centimeters is equals to x kilometers square. Okay, actual is required. So 4x is equals to 8 into 25. Then x is equals to 8 into 25 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, and 2 times 25 is equals to 50. 50 is the answer for this question. Now look at 21st question. On the map, the length of a lake is 4.5 centimeter. The actual distance of the lake is 2.7 kilometer. Write a scale on the map in the ratio form 1:n. Alright, so 4.5 centimeter is on the map, and 2.7 kilometers it's actual. Okay, so with this thing we'll find out what is the scale. Okay, so 1 centimeter 2.7 upon 4.5 kilometers. Now we'll have to keep writing down the answer into here it is both the numbers have the same decimal number, so we can write down 27 over 45 kilometers. When we look at the 9 times table, 3 times 27, 5 times. Okay, now I have to write down both sides centimeter to write down in this form 100,000 because it's centimeter, and I'll have to convert it into in this kilometer. I'll have to convert it into centimeters to get the same unit on both the side, and then we'll find out in the ratio form. Okay, now 5 times 2 is 10, and then that is 3 times 2, and then 20,000. So that is equals to 60,000. So it means 1 is to 60,000 will become the ratio or representative fraction in this question. Okay. All right. This question now, question 30, a scale of map is 1 is to 25,000. A scale can be written as 1 is to d kilometers. Okay, so find the value of d. You know that it is 1 centimeter is and 25,000 centimeter, because the ratio is there. It means the unit is the same on both the sides. So centimeters to kilometers divide by 100,000. Centimeters to kilometers divide by 100,000. So 1 centimeter is to 25,000 divided by that is 100,000. That is equals to then zeros cancel, 25 upon 100. So 1 centimeter is to 25 upon 100 kilometers. So 1 centimeter is to 0.25 kilometers. Okay, so 1 centimeter is to 0.25 kilometers. So what is d? D will be equals to 0.25. That is the answer in this question. Okay, now part B, the distance between the two villages is 8 kilometers. Find the distance in centimeters between the two villages on the map. Okay, now we have already found that 1 centimeter is equals to 0.25, which is quarter. So 1 centimeter is equals to 0.25 kilometers. We have made the linear scale, or 1 centimeter is equals to quarter kilometers. We know that 0.25 is quarter, 0.50 is half, and 0.75 is 3/4. Remember. Okay, now this is the scale given, and for 8 kilometers, how much? 8 kilometer is how many centimeters on the map? Cross multiply. Quarter x is equals to 8. X is equals to 8 into 4. 4 8s are 32. So 32 centimeter will represent on the map whenever the actual distance is 8 kilometers. Okay. Part C, the distance between the parts of two mountains is measured on the map is 76. So this is on the map is 76 millimeters. Remember the units also. Calculate the distance in kilometers between the two peaks. All right, calculate the distance in kilometers. It means actual distance is required. On the map it cannot be in kilometers. Okay, so what do? So we use the same unit because it's a part of the same question. Okay, so 1 centimeter is quarter kilometers. So it's given 76. So 76 millimeter is equals to 7.6 centimeters, because we have the unit and of model or on the map is in centimeters. So 7.6 centimeter is equals to x kilometers, which is required. So cross multiply, x is equals to 7.6 times quarter. Okay, so that is 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 9 is 36. So that is equals to 1.9 kilometers. Remember, in the previous videos we have done lots of practice of simplification, addition, subtraction, decimals, everything. So recall and then do it. Do the practice. They all simplification of numbers and decimals. It's very easy. Another question of scales and maps. 33 question number. A map is drawn to the scale of 2 centimeters equals to 5 kilometers. Okay, so 2 centimeter is equals to 5 kilometers. Two towers are 9 kilometers. 9 kilometers right down here. Distance between the map, x centimeters required. So cross multiply. So you will get 5x is equals to 2 into 9, which is 18. X is equals to 18 over 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5. Okay. And then 15. And then 3, 6, 33 left. 6. 3.6 is the answer. If you don't understand, then 5 times 3 is 15. And then 3 remaining. 0.06 times is 30. Okay, so 3.6 centimeter is the answer. On the map, a town covers an area of 4 square centimeter. Calculate its actual area. So 2 centimeters equals to 5 kilometers. Don't look at anything, any conversion, any multiplication first. Make the area scale. Okay, 4 square centimeters equals to 25 kilometers square. So this is the area you will be, this is the scale you will be using in the question. Find its actual area. So 4 square centimeter, already they ask you the same thing. So that is equals to 25 kilometers square. Express the scale of map in the form of 1:n. So 2 centimeter is equals to 5 kilometers. 2 centimeter, kilometer into centimeter, 5 into 100,000 centimeters. 2 centimeter, 500,000. Okay, 1 centimeter, or both are centimeter, 500,000 divided by 2. So that is equals to 250,000. So 250,000. So that is equals to 1:250,000. So we made both of the sides centimeter same. That's why we can write down 1:250,000. I hope you understand. Alright, so this is the question also of scales and map. I'm doing the last question. A map has a scale of 5 centimeter to 2 kilometers. So just write down 5 centimeter is equals to 2 kilometers. The actual distance between the two masts are 14. So just write down 14 kilometers. And they are asking you to find in centimeter on the map. X centimeter, cross multiply. 2x is equals to 5 into 14. And x equals to 5 into 14 divided by 2. 2 times 7. 5 times 7 is 35. That is 35 centimeter. Okay. On the map, the surface area of the lake is 50 square centimeter. Calculate the surface area in kilometer square. The actual lake. So 2 centimeter is equals to that is 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter is equals to 2 kilometers. Square it to get the area scale. 25 square centimeter is equals to 4 kilometers square. Okay. Now this 50 square centimeter you write down under 25 square centimeters, and actual area is required in kilometers square. So cross multiply this one, then 25x is equals to 4 into 50. X is equals to 4 into 50 divided by 25 times 2. 4 2s are 8. 8 kilometer square. If you don't do the square area scale, then you will not get the right answer. Remember this thing. Okay. Write down 5 centimeter to 2 kilometers in the form 1:n. Continuously we are doing the same type of question. Okay, so 5 centimeter is equals to 2 kilometers, and then 1 centimeter is 2 upon 5 kilometers. Kilometer into centimeter, 1 centimeter is equals to 2 upon 5 into 100,000. So that is 1:200,000 divided by 5. 5 times 4 is 20. So that is 1:40,000. So 1:40,000 is the answer for this question. So in this part of ratio and rate, we did the distance, speed, time graph, and we also did lots of ratio questions and scales and maps questions. So that's all for today's topic. I hope you understood it well. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more helpful videos. I've explained you in the beginning that every day's maths paper 1 question will helpful for you to do the paper 2 questions. So practice these type of questions regularly. They often appear in exams. So see you in the next video. Okay, take care. Bye bye.